Hello, I'm Dalton Church, and it's time for breakfast!
So if you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot away from you. And if you leave here, you leave me broken, shattered ally. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot.
Good morning, Austin High School. I am Cody White.
And I'm Mackenzie Stewart, filling in for Beth Hughes, and you're watching the WAHS Up 46 News.
Welcome back, AHS. Not just from December, but from our recent snow days. I am sure you have heard about our new changes, or maybe you have seen them around. We have a new principal and vice principal, temporarily that is. Mr. Harold has stepped up to the plate and is now hard at work as our new principal. It's hard to believe that 2 years ago he wasn't even our vice principal. Mr. Harold has worked hard to get where he is. So far, he is doing a pretty good job at it. I am sure you have seen him pop into one of your classes, just as Mr. Smith had last semester. He is taking things serious and getting the job done. Alongside Mr. Harold, Mr. Henderson has stepped up as well. He has become our new vice principal and is also doing well. It's so weird to look back and think that these two men were our teachers. They now have so much authority and are hard at work trying to make our school a better place. Next time you see them in the halls or cafeteria, send them a congratulations or shake their hands. It's the least you can do. Thank you, Mr. Harold and Mr. Henderson, for all that you have done. Keep it up.
The high school's pep band competition was this past weekend. They did extremely well and have worked their butts off this entire season. The band earned first place for the second year in a row. Jason Hoagland, the band director here at AHS, has done such an amazing job with the band over the past couple of years. Many people are really noticing the great job he is doing with the kids. Seniors are sad to see their last pep band competition go, but are so glad that they have done so well over the last 4 years. Our pep band has great school spirit, and they work hard to look and sound great at all basketball games. The cheerleaders are so glad they cheer with them. The band has almost doubled in size since last year, with many kids that are new to the high school band. Learning band music is not as easy as it looks and not something you can do overnight. It takes time and dedication, as well as playing in front of hundreds of people is a very hard thing to do. Pep band deserves a round of applause for all the hard work they put into sounding so great. If you don't like basketball but like to listen to fun and peppy music, come and listen to the AHS band. As the season comes to an end, they want to make every game count. Good luck with the rest of your season, and thank you, Mr. Hoagland, for everything you do with the AHS band. Now here's my movie review. Daddy's Home is a new movie featuring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. It came out on Christmas Day of 2015. Ferrell and Wahlberg were said to have good on-screen comedic chemistry through the film. Daddy's Home is about a stepfather desperately trying to win over the hearts of his stepchildren. Out of nowhere, the children's biological father comes back into the picture to gain approval from his ex-wife and win over the two children and take them back. The two fathers compete against each other throughout the movie to try to win over the two children and their mother. They both want to prove that they are the dominant father. Many people say that the movie is a good one to see, though they also say that the movie appeals better to an older audience. Overall, a lot of people have given this a big thumbs up.
I've always wanted to be a dad, and let me tell you, I love it.
Did you do another drawing of our family?
Uh-huh. That's me, and Dylan, and Mommy. And over here, far away, is you.
I love how you drew my hair.
That's poop.
Well, it's well drawn.
Okay, I'm their stepdad. The way I see it, anyone can be a father, but not everyone has the patience or the devotion to be a...
Daddy! Brad, Daddy wants to talk to you.
Hello, Dusty.
Super to make your acquaintance. I'm not going to give you my social security number. Cholesterol? 180. Credit score 758.
Very proud of that.
Yeah, I guess I could pick you up.
I mean, kids, at the end of the day, they know who's been around and who...
Holy...
No hay duda que ese hombre es mejor que tú en todo.
Well, you're kind to say that. Thank you.
The king received word that his dominion was being ruled over by some curly-headed step-king with good credit.
Oh, no.
Sounds like your dad's spinning quite a yarn.
Oh, actually, it's getting late.
Aww.
Good night, my little magical cherubs.
Eskimo king.
Who wants good night tickles? Good night back scratches. Oh,
Hey, who wants $20?
what? Hey, kids.
There's someone here now that I hope you guys can learn to love.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, but you're not a dog, Brad.
Why is he looking at me like that?
So what do we got going on over here, man?
It's a treehouse. We've only been at it for about 2 months.
Dad, finished the treehouse for you!
Hey, B-Man! I hope it's up to code.
Oh, no, watch out, big run!
It's a pony, Dusty!
Not bad. Take her out, see what she can do.
Remember, 1 down, 4 up. Everyone knows it's 1 down, 4 up. 1 down, 1 down, 1 down!
Oh my God!
So I'll just be grateful nobody got hurt, okay?
I got hurt.
Brad, just stay still. I'll get you.
No, please just go and get a shirt on.
One lucky fan is going to get a chance to shoot from half court.
This one's for Dylan and Megan and Sarah and Dylan. Nothing but net. Do over!
Faraday is a company you have probably never heard of. That's because they disguise as a Silicon Valley automotive startup. They have recently come out with a new car that sort of looks like the Batmobile. They are calling it the F-01. It's an electronic 1,000 horsepower car. Richard Kim is the head designer of this 4-member team. It has a wild interior and seat designed like the ones for zero gravity. You could put your cell phone inside the steering wheel, and the dashboard is even more amazing. It has a surface like an iPhone. It can have up to 3 motors for front and rear wheel driving.
A new virtual reality headset is on the way soon. Pre-orders for the Oculus Rift started on Wednesday, January 6th at 11 a.m. It is unsure when customers will actually receive their headset, but the founder, Palmer Luckey, made a tweet claiming that they will be shipped towards the first quarter of 2016. He has showed the many uses of the headset besides gaming with the Rift. It is possible for medical students to see inside of a virtual patient in surgical procedures. Palmer also hoped that movies, news, and face-to-face communication to be very common with VR headsets someday. The price tag for the headset was at $599. Originally, the price tag was to be set between $200 and $400. Other places outside the U.S. are getting different pricings. For instance, Australia is getting it roughly for $460. The question now is, will the money be worth it, or is this just an experimental step towards more innovative VR sets? Now to Dalton with the weather.
Hello, I'm Jessica Wells, and I'm filling in for Dalton Church, and I'm your meteorologist. Today's high is 44 with a low of 30, with a chance of rain. Saturday is a high of 35, a low of 21, and there will be AM snow showers. Sunday is a high of 20 with a low of 6. Going to get a little cold there, with partly cloudiness. Monday is a high of 22, a low of 13, and mostly sunny. Tuesday is a high of 32, a low of 23, and partly cloudy. Wednesday is a high of 39 and a low of 29 with PM showers. Thursday is a high of 40, a low of 28 with rain and snow showers. Friday is a high of 38 and a low of 24 with AM rain and snow showers. Back to Cody Marie.
If you haven't heard the news, Lemmy Kilmister has passed away at the age of 70. Ian Lemmy Kilmister was the lead singer and bassist for the famous band Motorhead. Lemmy also worked for bands like Hawkwind. He even got the guitar tech for the late and famous Jimi Hendrix. Lemmy lived an extremely rock and roll lifestyle and wasn't afraid to admit it. He talked about his wild parties and crazy times he had partaken in. The big thing that Lemmy will be remembered for was how kind he was. Lemmy was an extremely kind soul. He hung out with every band he toured with and even brought them presents as gifts of goodwill. Lemmy passed away on December 28th after a short battle with form of aggressive cancer. Lemmy was an extremely proud man of his work and was a true rock and roll musician. Lemmy will be missed by everyone, but he will live on through everyone who still keeps on rocking. Rest in peace, Lemmy Kilmister, 1945 to 2015, born to lose but lived to win. Now to Austin with the interviews.
I'm Austin Bellamy, and I'm here with Haley Missmore, and I'm here to interview her about basketball. How well do you think the team is doing this year?
I think we're doing really well, considering we just beat like a lot of 4As, so I think we're doing pretty good.
What do you guys think you guys need to work on?
I think we need to work on our turnovers and just working better as a team.
How much do you think you've improved since your freshman year?
I improved a lot actually since freshman year, so that's good.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
North Korea has been running tests on what we think is a hydrogen bomb. If true, Korea has more knowledge about nuclear weapons. This hydrogen bomb can be made small enough to fit on a warhead. Korea is known to have warheads that can reach as far as the western part of the United States. This has not been the first nuclear test. They have been occurring from 2006 to 2013. Many countries have become weary of the unusual acts of North Korea. This weapon may be the strongest one by far. Many North Korean citizens are overwhelmed with joy. This makes Korea a major threat to many countries. This is something that should be looked at. The federal government's new dietary guidelines have just been released on this previous Thursday after about a year of arguments, lobbying, and directives from Congress. For the very first time, and the guidelines recommend limiting added sugar to 10% or less of calories in your diet. They also recommend eating more fruits, veggies, and wheat, and they point out that most Americans are not eating a well-balanced diet than they think they are. Most Americans do not eat a healthy diet, are overweight, and risk getting heart disease and other illnesses as a result. They say to always suggest to cut saturated fats and salts, but they don't fully talk about red meat or processed meat, despite it having strong evidence of being a cause of cancer. Not that many people are excited with these new guidelines, but they shouldn't fret. New guidelines will be created in another 5 years.
That's all for this week's news.
Stay classy, AHS. I believe in miracles. I believe in CERNs. I'm just going to point out that my feet barely touch the floor right now.
Brain. And
Sad. Sad. Sad.
No apologies, he'll never see you cry. Pretends he doesn't know that he's the reason why.